Live. Going live. You're live. Hello everyone. I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Elden Ring on the GTX 1050 Ti, 570, 1650 Super, and the 750 Ti. How are you guys doing? Welcome. So, a lot of talk about Elden Ring being the game of the year, one of the best Souls games ever. I'm super excited, but there's a lot of problems with the PC version according to the internet, so we gotta investigate, we gotta see which cards can run it, which cards can't. So here I am. Hey guys, sorry for the delay. I was going to do this live stream on release time, but I had a lot of work, I was tired, I wanted to have my day off having some fun, so here I am back with my full energy to take a look at this. So yeah. Here we go. So first card, we're doing the 750 Ti. So 750 Ti, as you guys remember, 2014, as you can see in my pinned comment, it says it crashes in startup since the game requires DX feature level 12_0, and the 750 Ti has 11_0, so it's not enough to run the game. As you can see, if I launch it, this happens. It just crashes on startup. This is, again, a GPU hardware limitation. So unfortunately, just like on God of War, we cannot launch the game on the 750 Ti. So F's in the chat for the 750 Ti. It's been great of a service. We'll miss it, at least right now, while we cannot run some of these games. So please guys, F's in the chat, be kind. Yeah, big F. He was so young. He was only 7 or 8 years old. Why it has to happen like this? Why? F. Just a whole lot of F's in the chat. I never saw my hero die in such a peaceful way. Yeah, I cannot launch the game at all on the 750 Ti. So, pinned comment, guys, if you're from the future and you haven't seen the beginning of the live stream, well, you know, 750 Ti doesn't run it. So, let's swap GPUs, shall we? Here we go. Rest in pepperonis. So, we're back at the studio. Sorry for the messy cables over there. Not much that I can do about it, so let's go. So, we shut it down. It was going to happen eventually, so here we go. 1050 Ti, our last resort. Here it was. The very card that started the channel. Mind blown. Ok, 1050 Ti in, let's go. ¿Qué ha pasado? Nada, no corre la 750 Ti. Está toda la explicación en el comentario fijado. Hang on, I'm going to put this live stream on my phone in case anything happens. I just know. There we go. Hey, good evening. Hey, Alcon. Alcon? Welcome. ¿Llevo parche para Elden Ring? No, todavía no. Estamos esperando. So, 1 second guys, almost back in. How better is 1650 compared to the 1050 Ti? The 1650 GDDR5 should be like 10 frames ahead, and the 1650 GDDR6 should be a couple frames over the 1650 GDDR5, yeah. And thank you so much, Genovido, for becoming an awesome supporter 1.0. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel directly in these dire times of a scarcity of GPUs. So now it's time for the 1050 Ti. I hope you enjoyed the emojis and the icon next to your name. So, okay, we're on the 1050 Ti now. Let's open our friendly neighborhood MSI Afterburner. As you can see, latest drivers. I'm going to undervolt my GPU, just personal preference, less power usage, and let's launch the game. Remember that, well, there's a few tweaks I did before starting the game. Let me show you that. As you can see now, it boots. But there's a few tweaks I recommend, at least right now, considering all the issues people are having, so you have the best experience. So from software, yeah, Elden Ring. Okay, so before jumping into the options, let me show you what tweaks I did so you guys understand what's going on. So, what was the name of this? Oh, it doesn't let me go to the desktop. Okay, never mind. So, first tweak, link in the description to disable easy anti-cheat, the anti-cheat software that will keep you offline in the game, unfortunately, so you cannot do the online features. At least for the meantime, I recommend doing that. Link in the description. I did it for my game, so we're playing in offline mode without easy anti-cheat. Then, other tweaks. In the Nvidia control panel, go to 3D settings, and then in global settings, put the shader cache on unlimited. Apparently the game has stutter due to shader cache and other weird stuff. So this will make it, when you're playing the game, it won't delete the previous cache shaders. Then power management, prefer maximum performance. And then in VSync, I recommend either fast sync or disable it. In this case, we're going to disable it because the game forces it on us. And I notice a lot of latency with my controls. So I'd rather keep it off, honestly. Trust me on this one. Highly recommended VSync off. Okay, so let me restart the game very quickly. Those are the tweaks I did in order to play the game properly. At least right now, this is the workaround. So let me launch the game again. I think it's FromSoft kept making games years after years without care about their outdated engine. Yeah, I mean, think about it this way, guys. This is a fully open world game with very farther away detail, and already in Dark Souls 3 there's stutter when going through areas when there's huge chunks of detail. So I think they should jump into a new engine, especially one that allows us to just go over 60 frames per second, because it's getting ridiculous right now. I mean, come on. I mean, it's not like I play at 144, but people that want to do so should be allowed to. And well, and making the game the engine more friendly to open world stuff, even better. So, okay. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 stutters no matter what. Okay, so settings. One thing that I did like, the device on screen prompts, you can swap between mouse and gamepad, mouse and keyboard. So if you use mouse and keyboard, you can actually put mouse and keyboard prompts, which is good, finally. Then full screen mode. We're going to start with high settings, okay? But then we're going to do some tweaks, so no worries. So first, 1080p high, just to see if we can stay over 30 frames per second. Then we're doing the tweaks. This is all first impressions. So 1080p high, as you can see, everything on high. I know that grass, global illumination, and shadows should be a good option. Also depth of field and motion blur. So I did some research before this. But let's jump straight into the game. So new game. Okay. Vagabond, warrior, hero, bandit, astrologer, prophet, samurai. There's, what the hell? There's so many of them. Wretch. Let's go with the knights. Yeah, the vagabond. I'm going for the woman for audience retention. So name. What name should I put? Limited edition. Because we are all unique. Age, young, mature, aged. Let's go aged. Origin, Vagabond, yeah. Keepstake. Crimson Ember Medallion. Lands between Rune, Golden Seed. I don't know what any of this is. So let's go with the Stone Sword Key. Breaks the seal on imp statues, but you can... but only can be used once. Okay, let's get maximum HP then. Base template. Yeah, no. Detailed appearance. I don't care about the appearance. I only care about personality. So let's go. If you die for the first boss, I'll leave. Okay. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed. Is the RX 570 good for Elden Ring? We're going to find out eventually, but if it runs on a 1050 Ti, it should run on a 570. No doubt about it. Here we go. Let's let the stutter begin. Okay. Okay, definitely VSync off. Yeah, the latency is way better. So no doubt about it, guys. If you have the chance, disable VSync from the drivers. Okay, wizards. That's a finger. Okay, sure. Let me crank up the brightness though. I cannot see anything at all. Oh, where's the brightness? Brightness. Brightness here. Okay. Okay, you should be able to see. And I'm going to close the curtains. Because I'm a gamer, I need to be in the dark to play games. Oh, that's a lot better. I can now see. Okay, let's go. Something weird that I'm noticing. Triangle to interact. I was used to A to interact. Sorry, X. So having a jump button is so weird. Okay, looking good graphically, gotta say. Pretty impressive. At least right now. My graphics card died. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. F's in the chat for Derek McLean Meneses. Probably it's using 16 gigs. Let me see. It's using less than 8 gigabytes right now. I'm thinking the system requirements are always exaggerated. So, guys, usually the RAM requirements are complete BS. So, the game, at least right now, that nothing is going on. Oh man, the screen tearing. It's burning my eyes. But I'm pretty sure you're going to have a graphics card eventually, man. All hopes to you. Okay, let's go. I'm guessing there's a boss fight coming in. Yeah, there's a fog wall. No way of missing it. Okay, so there we go. Oh man, I haven't played Dark Souls in a while. Oh god. What a terrible idea. I'm going to die right now. Oh, I forgot to put healing items. Yep. Oh, it was supposed to happen. Okay. Okay, I was supposed to die there. Gotcha. Oh god. Also, on the CPU side, I'm noticing one core maxed out. I'm going to skip. Yeah, I didn't stand a chance about that. Okay, Flask of Crimson Tears. Finally have my Estus. Although it's so weird to have A to jump, because I'm used to Dark Souls having A to interact. So Y to interact is weird. The cave of knowledge lies below. Okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. Let's run. Oh my, yeah, I can see the stutter already. There's a new area incoming. What CPU you're using? Linked below. Everything that I'm using is in the description, guys. Swap buttons around them. No, I don't want to jump with triangle. This is not Breath of the Wild. Nah. I'm good. Thanks for the heads up, though. Touch Grace. Okay, so Grace is the bonfires. Gotcha. Okay, pastime, memorize spell, sword chest. Okay, no, I'm going to stay on early day. Finger severer. Okay, a lot of things I don't know what they are. Let's see if I can roll. Yes, I can destruct roll. Great feature. Love that. Oh. Oh, there's no falling there. We need to see best settings for 60 frames. Yeah, we're going to do that eventually. Let me see if there's any invisible walls. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be. Let's call it back down. Oh man, triangle to interact. Okay, it's coming back. Can you test this game with 1060? I don't have it, the 1060, but expect similar results to the 1650 Super. Maybe a couple frames behind. Let's go up. Ah, okay, Darío. Gracias. Let's keep going. Go, go, go. Okay, we're outside. Let me grab some coffee before starting. Ah, perfection. Okay, we're outside. Yeah, definitely the draw distance over other Souls games much higher. They need to swap engines for the next one. I mean, it looks beautiful, don't get me wrong. But it's clear that this engine was not first thought as a big open world, look into the distance type of thing.
Oh yes, Tarnish, come to the lands. Of course,
Yeah, I'm here for the Elden Ring. Please, can you give it to me?
Luckily for me, are you familiar?
Yeah. Whatever. Let's go. I need to benchmark, please. Okay. So, before doing anything, okay, there's a guy with a horse there. I don't trust him. Let's see which settings can help us increase performance. So, we go into advanced. I'm pretty sure SSAO doesn't do anything. Okay, we're keeping SSAO. A lot of people said depth of field helps. Let's see, 37 FPS. If I put it on off, I get still 37. Like on Dark Souls 3, doesn't do much. Motion blur. I'm going to disable motion blur because I'm personally not into it. Shadows, this is a big one. You cannot disable them, but it gives you one or two frames more. So we keep it on high. Lighting, this is a big one. In Dark Souls 3, 38, doesn't do much. Effects. Effects probably helps when there's a lot of effects. Volumetrics, yeah, this one should be big. No, one frame. Reflections? Nope. Water surface detail, I remember that one. Although in Dark Souls 3, I remember the shader quality was a big one to lower for more performance. So let's see, if I put it on low, 1 or 2 frames. Global illumination, a lot of people told me to turn this down, and it does help a little. And the grass. Okay, yeah. There's not much to do here, guys. Lowering the resolution should be. So let's put it on low just to show you. Before that, let's be completely clear with this. So, I'm going to do the classic. I'm going to record a few seconds of footage. So, I'll record a few seconds of footage. Then I'm going to swap to the lowest settings. And we'll see the performance difference standing still, looking into the distance. That should be a good way to check that out. But resolution should be the biggest difference, like on Dark Souls 3. Remember that in that game, lowering the settings didn't do much. We needed to lower resolution, so off, disabled. And you cannot disable shadows. For the people asking, shadows cannot be disabled from the options menu at least. Okay, this is the lowest. So now we got the lowest settings except in those textures. Okay, some setting changes have not been applied. Oh, okay, I need to restart. That sucks. So I'm guessing some stuff needs the game to go back to the main menu. Don't worry, I'm going to check that out. Before that, let me record a few seconds. But look at those shadows flickering. That's terrible. Okay. So, time to do iCut to do those visual comparisons. Yeah, everything is flickering now. So, side by side, as you can see, we got high on the left and low on the right. I'm going to go back to the menu though, so some things apply in the meantime. So if I click play, as you can see, the performance improvements is less than 10 frames, and honestly looks significantly worse. I don't know what's up with those shadows on low, but that's absolutely dreadful. So yeah, lowering shadows, at least to me, is a no-go right now. So yeah. Yeah, even the shadows on the character. Okay. Oh, okay. My save progress, I just restarted the game to apply some extra settings, because it said that some settings needed the game to go back to the menu. So now it's actually low settings. Apologies about that. Little mistake from my part. But as you can see, even standing still, there is spikes in the frame time. So yeah. Anyway. So it's time to do another comparison. Very quickly, won't take long. There we go. So now this is actual low settings versus high settings. And as you can see, yeah, there's a 12 frames per second improvement. Honestly, I wouldn't lower the settings. At least not right now. Especially due to these flickering shadows, and the lack of ambient occlusion is pretty obvious. But you get 12 FPS more. Hope it was worth it. So yeah. Anyway. So the main thing, at least my main takeaway right now. First of all, we're going to put it on maximum just because we're idiots. Which requires us to go back to the menu, so no worries. I have an SSD, we'll go back into it very quickly. Yeah, the swamp and volcano areas, a lot of people told me those are running terribly bad. Okay. So we continue. So what I'm going to do now is keeping the ambient occlusion, I'm going to keep the shadows on medium, and I'm going to, what else? Do something else. So we can have a kind of a setting department. So textures seem to be okay, 3 gigs of usage. And the other thing, I keep it on high, because in this game, it really does need this option to look okay. SSAO, we're going to put it on medium. Depth of field, personally not a fan. Motion blur as well, not a fan. Shadows, we put it on medium or high. Probably high because medium also has blocky shadows. Lighting, we're going to keep it on medium. Effects on medium. Volumetrics, I'm going to put them on low. Really don't care about volumetrics in general. Reflections, let's keep them on high. Water surface quality, doesn't matter much. Shaders on medium. Global illumination on lower medium. Let's keep it on medium because we're targeting 30. And grass quality, let's put it on high. So this is probably, at least right now, my first kinda best settings contender. And let's see how this goes. And after that we do 900p and 720p. How to make it run on a 750 Ti? You don't. You don't. Check the pinned comment. So again guys, settings that I think should be the best balance between visuals and performance. Basically a big mashup of medium, high and low. So mix of medium and high. Yeah, let's call it high mid. Mid high. So again, this should be the best settings in my opinion. Let's see if that stands true. Now texture quality should be okay, because we're not maxing out the VRAM. If the VRAM goes into the 4 GB range, well, in that case we're lowering them, but right now, okay. What in the mid-30s? Visually, I think it's okay. Has ambient occlusion. It has... Hang on. Oh, hello there. Side of grace. Yeah, let's put it on daytime. We'll try NIS, at least not right now. Let's go to the morning. Does it work on the 750 Ti? No. Check pinned chat comment. Okay, it's daytime. Although it's not good climate right now. Alright, let's run. Nietzsche refined, effigies of martyrs, yeah, whatever. Okay, that guy doesn't look friendly at all. I'm not going to fight him. What's up? Hey, Dark Master, long time no see. How's it going? Materials, okay, the crafting mechanic. Probably not going to use it. Oh, the tree sentinel. Oh, hello there. No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to have a horse to fight him. Screw the tree sentinel. Although I don't have much of a choice, I think. It's been so long since I played a Souls game. Yeah, no, I don't do any damage whatsoever. Yeah, no. I'm out. Am I too late? No. It's never too late. But at least we didn't drop below 30. There is stutter, yeah. But I think with the tweaks we made, it still looks okay. Yeah, I'm going to run. I'm going to avoid him at all costs. I want to be OP. Okay, now it's daytime. We got... Yeah, the shadows on high was a pretty good idea. The trees do not flicker anymore. There is ambient occlusion. The edges look good, despite the anti-aliasing in this engine not being particularly great. Although it's improved over Dark Souls 3, I can say that much. I played a lot of Dark Souls 3. The shimmer in that game, oh man. Anyway, as you guys can see, I think one of the biggest stuttering things, apart from the shader cache and the easy anti-cheat stuff, it seems to be the CPU usage. Not sure if you can notice that, but on the top left it says CPU 1 to 3. The first core is jumping into the 80% range. I'm guessing that has to do with a lot of people's issues with stutter. Okay, we got good water ripples. That's why we didn't lower the quality of the water surface. My 1060 is still a beast for 1080p. Yeah, sure, of course, man. I agree. Completely agree. Also, guys, do you know where I can find the horse? I want to run around. Slashing people with the horse would be nice. But I can see the stutters. Okay. What the hell? There are bosses everywhere. Leave me alone. Okay, I got my first kill. Oh god. Oh god. Does it stutter a lot? Yeah, I can notice slowdown very often. Although, remember guys that I did some tweaks. I disabled easy anti-cheat, so no online features as of right now. And I disabled VSync. That made the game, honestly, the latency is real with VSync on. So I disabled VSync on the driver level. But I'm going to have to enable it later, because the tearing is very noticeable when you get into 60 frames. Okay, this looks dangerous. Yeah, it is. It's always dangerous. No, I'm not overclocking. My card doesn't do well at over 1800 MHz, unfortunately. Didn't get lucky with the silicon lottery. Did you find a bonfire? There is a girl there. She'll say a few things and give you the horse summon. Oh, okay. Thanks for the heads up. I probably already have it then. There's a summon sign for cooperate multiplayer. Yeah, no, I think I'm just going to die and go back to the bonfire. Please kill me. I want to get back to my bonfire. I got no tearing on 60 frames with freezing force. Well, if you have freezing, of course you're not getting tearing, but most people do not have it, I think. But in my capture card, that's kinda... yeah, unfortunate. Okay, this one was very easy. I told him to kill me, but he didn't comply. Vanquishing enemy groups. Vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flasks. Oh, that's cool. Bit quality of life improvement. Está todo en la descripción, Sebastián. ¿Tiene fidelity effects? No, no tiene, lamentablemente. Yeah, guys, bad news. There is no DLSS or fidelity effect super resolution, so we gotta go the good old lower the resolution gang, or use NIS. So keep that in mind. Pretty unfortunate, but we gotta do the work ourselves. Is it easy to disable easy anti-cheat? Yeah, all that, it's all in the description. Very easy to do. Just rename a couple files and you're good. You're good to go. Even if you have the Steam version, the cracked version, I'm not going to touch that, Grace. Or do I? Yes, I am. I'm guessing I can teleport, right? Yeah, no, I cannot teleport. Whoopsie. Let's go back. Yeah, maybe in the future they add FSR and DLSS. Who knows? This game really, though, needs a stuttery fix. I'm probably going to notice that when going on horseback. Oh, I can teleport from the map. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. You guys are super useful. Thank you. I would have run into the abyss. Yeah, get it on PS5. At least right now, on PC, seems to be a cluster duck.
It's time you to castle if you see. It's time to castles if you.
Okay, let me see. I probably forgot something. Equipment. Which one of these is the... Sign to summon impulse, sends another for oneself home. Okay, I don't know how to get into the horse. So I'm not sure what I have to do exactly to get it. Another girl. Oh, another girl. Okay, okay. Not this. Okay. Oh, and there's stealth? What the hell? You can stealth. Okay. My interest in the game went super high now. You can stealth in a Souls-like. What the hell? I cannot believe there is crouch running in a Souls game. What is this? Okay. You had my attention. You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. And there's also what's the name of this? A compass at the top. Is it here? The church? Sí, es todo un mundo abierto. Oh yeah, Sekiro. Sekiro was the first. Yeah, but Sekiro is very different.
You're a tar, and I can also see that you're not up. Then why not? I am Carly.
Yeah, sure. No, 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 Dark Master. I have those every day, every minute. And I'm getting tired. My D can just get so... I'm not going to say it. Can't believe my eyes. Mid-high 40 FPS. Yeah, but remember that there's stutter. I mean, it's not as big as reviewers said, at least in my rig right now. But I did a couple tweaks. I disabled easy anti-cheat. I put unlimited shader cache on my Nvidia card. You can do that in the Nvidia control panel. Elden Ring, FPS die twice. True. The map is huge, yeah. Okay, guys. Can you please tell me again how to get the horse? I'm lost right now. Yeah, fighting a boss should be okay. Although the stutter, as you can see, especially now, look at this. When I'm moving around, I'm getting stutters, yeah. What a bummer. Walk along the path in the forest to get to the horse. Okay. The path in the forest. Hopefully I'm following it. Path in the forest. The horse maiden is just outside Godric Castle. Yeah, but I never heard about Godric Castle. The church, the first... Okay, it should be this way then. Oh, there. Ah, okay. Gracias, Rodri. Se agradece. Okay, so it should be here. I'm close. Roger that. Yeah, as you can see, the frame time spikes are very noticeable, but the thing that bothers me the most is that they never address the 60 FPS thing. It bothers the crap out of me. Oh, that's an enemy. I'm staying away. Okay, the horse should be right around here. Oh, I gotta sit down. Okay, sit down. Thanks, guys. Yeah, because we need to run around.
Have you heard of
The waifu, the finger maidens. That doesn't sound dirty at all. Yeah, sure. Yeah, please. Steed whistle. Torrent has chosen you. People that cannot afford the game. Torrent has chosen you. Okay, that's time. Let's go back into the morning. We got you, homie. Yeah, thanks, guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be having the horse. Okay. You can dismount by using the whistle again or by pressing left. Okay, hang on. Oh no. I didn't pay attention. There you are. Finally! Yeah, the double jump. Okay. Excellent. I can fight like this. I can do this. I can run. Beautiful. Here it comes, the stress test. Volumetric lighting everywhere. Okay, a lot of pop in. That's okay. Let's rest right here. Okay, now we're getting into it. I'm not going to rest. Let's go. I have an i3 8100. I think I won't have problems. It's not CPU heavy. It seems to like using the core number 1. As you can see, I have a 6-core 12-thread CPU, and the core number 1 is pretty utilized. As you can see, it's 77 to 80%. Oh, hello there. Okay. I accidentally killed an animal. Sorry, animal. I'm terrible at this already. Okay, even with the effects on screen, yeah, we cannot hit it at all. Come on, I got you. I got you, brother. Yeah, it's awkward, but I'm guessing I'll get used to it. Oh god. Don't let your horse die. My horse can die? What? You're kidding. There we go. Dead. Reduced to atoms. Materials. Yes. The open world material fighting. No, lamentablemente no tiene FSR. So guys, is it true that the horse can actually die? Please don't make another Shadow of the Colossus moment. That your horse decides to sacrifice himself for you. And thank you so much, Dark Master, for being a member for so long. 6 months. You're an awesome supporter. So now you should have an upgraded icon. Thank you so much, man. You're always here. I cannot appreciate it enough. Thank you, sir, for your continued support. So I can do... Let's fly. I believe I can... Oh man, that's badass. Ah, Okay, Gaisha no muere. Okay, guys, the horse doesn't die. Thank you. I was worried for a minute. Oh man, it's so badass. I understand now why reviewers praise it so much. Performance aside, yeah, I think the biggest problem is the stutter. Okay. Let's see, running into the forest. What happens to the frame time? Yeah, the frame time is not great. Spikes everywhere. What I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to enable VSync. I know, latency is garbage with VSync, forced VSync from this game. But I think we're going to need it. Yeah, especially for the 30 frames per second cap. Because once we cap the frame rate, the tearing will be very obvious. And I want, since the game is already capped at 60, I'd rather keep the tearing as less noticeable as possible. But I won't lie, I'm liking the game a lot. And I've been, playing for 30 minutes. It's so badass. But man, the frame times, I'm so disappointed, man. Anyway. So, just to double check, these are the settings I'm using for 30 frames on the 1050 Ti. And somebody invaded me. I don't care. I'm going out. It's probably oh, I cannot quit the game while I'm being invaded. Hang on. Yeah, this is the classic invasion from the AI because I'm offline. Oh god. This is not good. Although that attack was badass. I need that weapon. He's aggressive AF. Oh, I have a parry button. I forgot. This is Dark Souls. Yeah, apologies for the dreadful gameplay. I haven't played a Souls game in a while. So yeah, I'm just going to die to enable VSync. Yeah, we're doing 720. Don't worry, guys. Got you covered. We're doing 900p, 720p, and we're going to target 60 as well. So don't worry, got you covered. I have a lot of time today, so we're going to take advantage of that. Okay, I'm back here. Perfect. Just what I wanted. So let's see if we can get 60 frames. But again, first, let's take care of VSync. VSync is important, since in this game is very noticeable. Very, very noticeable. So apologies. So advice, disable easy anti-cheat. You won't have any online functions, which sucks. But as of right now, those are the workarounds. As always, power management, full maximum performance, and the shader cache size, put it on unlimited. So when the game is loading the shader cache, if it gets to certain limits, Nvidia won't delete the previous shader caches. It will just keep on building itself. You can always go back to the driver default afterwards. VSync. If you want latency-free gameplay, disable it or put it on fast. If you have a FreeSync monitor, just disable it. You have no tearing whatsoever. But we're going to keep the VSync from the game running, just because, well, this is not a FreeSync display. At least my capture card cannot do FreeSync. How many GPUs do you have? I have 5 at the moment. One of them is doing this live stream. So this is my recommended settings for the Nvidia control panel right now. So let's get back into the game. And as always, Rev Tuner. We're going to be using this to lock the frame rate to either 60 or 30. So the game has a flat frame time until you get those spikes that the game is known for. So all these fixes are workarounds. So keep that in mind. This is not perfect. It's just workarounds to avoid inconsistency in the frame time, but it still stutters. So yeah. So also lowering the resolution mandatory for 60 frames. So again, I'll show you my settings. I have a hotkey to lock the frame rate, so we're going to show you that. So best settings, 1080p. Then in the advanced settings, maximum textures, high anti-aliasing, medium SSIO, no depth of field, no motion blur, high shadows, medium lighting, medium effects, low volumetrics, high reflections, high water surface quality, medium shader quality, medium level illumination, and high grass. This should give you over 30 on the 1050 Ti with stutters, so that's why I recommend a frame rate cap. Okay, and be offline, do yourself a favor. Yeah, I'm going to try NIS, but maybe later, not right now. Okay, so as you can see, this gives us 40 frames, but as you can see, the frame time's not great. So in order to make it consistent, again, Ryba tuner, lock it to 30 like this. And there you go, 30 frames locked, VSync on, 33.3 milliseconds. And this should give you the console experience. Although in this I might enable motion blur, honestly. At 30 frames, not looking great when moving the camera. This is one of the few times... Oh man, this motion blur is so aggressive. Frick dang it. Yeah, no, the motion blur is too much. Screw motion blur. If it was subtle, I'll take it, but okay. So these are the best settings for me. 30 FPS lock with Ryba tuner. And there we go. Let's get into the horse. And let's see how the frame times stay. Okay, a lot better. Flat frame time, GPU power to spare. Yeah, tiny spikes, I can notice that. But usually like in... Whoa, there's a big guy over there. But as you can see, the frame time is not perfect. Can you try FSR via lossless scaling? Lossless scaling, I had a lot of issues on that one. So right now, not a chance. Fly! But as you can see, this is way better than having unlocked frame rates without VSync. So yeah, the GPU has power to spare. We have a flat frame time for the most part. Although, yeah, not perfect still. But this is way better than my first configuration. So this would be my advice. Stutter still happens, not as bad. It will vary from computer to computer, but look at the first core. Core number 1 is doing most of the work. Most of the work is on core number 1. It's at 90%. No wonder people are getting stutter. The game is maxing out the first core. Dang it, developers, what the hell? Embrace the multi-core madness, please. 8 GB of RAM, get 16. Yeah, 16 GB is a must nowadays. Although the 12 GB as a minimum, I smell BS. 8 GB should be okay, but you're probably going to get more stutter. But always, guys, 16 GB dual channel. Take the advantage now that RAM is affordable. I remember the times. When RAM was expensive. Well, now GPUs are expensive. Use this time frame to buy CPUs, motherboards, and RAM and SSDs, and GPUs come later. But as you can see now, when I'm fighting and moving the camera quickly everywhere, there are stutters in the frame time. It's not a perfect 33.3 milliseconds. But still, we can make it work, but it shouldn't be necessary for us to do this. This should be the last resort. The developer should be doing this, not us. And I haven't touched any code. I'm just a guy that likes tweaking PC games. I haven't done anything special. these 2 items. And you. Oh man. Okay. Surprise, mother fluffer. There we go. Yeah, those are Onyx from Pokemon. Exactly. Hang on. What is this? Can you try it on base Xbox One? Unfortunately, I sold my Xbox One because, well, now with work, I have a lot of work to do. Invaded again by this guy. Oh, I cannot use my horse. What the hell? Okay. Oh, okay. Come on, try again. Holy hell. Okay, we're still, despite the effects, still at 30 frames. Oh, almost. Almost could parry him. How do I double... Can I two-hand my sword, like in previous games? Such an... Oh, wait. There we go. Try me again. I dare you. Never mind. People are saying 8 gigabytes is not enough. Yeah, I mean, it's using more than 8 gigs. So you're probably going to have a lot of stutter with only 8 gigabytes. Especially if we're talking about single channel memory configurations. Triangle plus R1, thank you. If that's true. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, this is what I needed. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You told me how to get the horse, how to get the... how to do two-handed weapons, and I just died now. So thank you. You guys are super helpful. Do you have VSync on? Yeah, I do. So let me add that. VSync on. In-game. Because the game forces VSync just like Dark Souls 3. Absolute stupid decision, but probably an engine limitation. But without it, you're going to have so much screen tearing. Only disable VSync if you have a FreeSync display. Personal preference, of course. I'm going to lower the brightness. It's a little bit too shiny. There we go. A lot better. So again, best settings, I'll say medium to high, some stuff on low. Let me re-show you this. If you go lower than this, you're going to destroy visuals, and performance is going to be almost the same, so don't bother. These are my best settings. Then, lock it to 30 with Riva Tuner. I'm going to unlock the frame rate now. Give me 1 sec. I have a hotkey. So we have room to spare for the 30 frames cap, less stutter. And now I'm going to try 900p. Let's see if we can get 60s. I don't think so. On 900p is probably not enough. Yeah, we're not getting this. Remember guys, that lowering the settings in this game doesn't do much for the frame rate. And this is as good as it gets. So in this case, don't lower the settings. It's not going to improve performance in any significant way. White grass on high, because it was fine. It didn't have any problems. Okay, 720p now. So, 720p. Mid-high, 60 FPS lock with Riva Tuner. This is because if you don't do this, the game is not going to have a great frame time thing, as you can see. But I'm still not getting 60s. I'm going to, yeah, lower the settings a tiny bit. So, SSAO, that shouldn't do much. The shaders, the global illumination. I'll lower the grass, there's a lot of grass. Lighting effects. Shadows on medium breaks the shadows. Yeah, let's keep it like this. Let's see what happens. Gotta restart to the main menu though. 1 sec. Save Santiago, yeah, I'm working on it. Apologies. Mid-low. Let's call this mid-low. Maybe we can get a couple extra frames. Let's see. I have a Ryzen 3 1200. Is it enough? Yeah, should be fine. 4 cores, 8 threads, should be good. But the game doesn't seem to care. It's using my core number 1. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. So now with mid-low settings, 720p. Let me show you the settings for one more time. 720. Let me see something. Okay, so I have a 60 frames per second cap with Reva tuner. You know how it goes. Classic for good frame times. Then 720p, and the settings are something around these lines, something like this. So shadows on break and we get okay visuals. I call it mid-low, but it's kind of a mix between low and high. Let's just keep it as mid-low as a name to be more realistic. This is my 60 frames attempt. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so let's go fight someone. Okay, yeah, dropping below 60 still. I mean, as long as it's over 50, honestly, personal preference of course, I'm fine with it. I just do this. When I get 50 to 60, I turn off the frame time, the frame rate graph, and play the game. Because between 50 and 60, I do notice the slowdown, but not that much. And so, thank you so much, Felipe Vieira, for becoming an awesome supporter 2.0. Thank you so much, man, for supporting what I'm doing here directly. Hope you enjoy the icon next to your name and the emoji. The emojis that are included. Use them responsibly. But as you can see, we have some GPU power to spare. The GPU gets destroyed when effects show up. We should be good. Does it look bad when you play a lower resolution than native? It looks blurrier, but it looks okay, in my opinion. But I'm used to play 720p in 4K screens anyway, so... I mean, considering that you can play at 60 frames, I don't mind. I mean, you can do 1080p 30 or 720p 60. And the game still looks very similar. Well, minus the resolution. The resolution is much lower, but you have the option. If you want higher pixel counts, go for 1080p, but get yourself ready to play at 30 frames. How are you doing this without stutter? Everything is in the description. I disabled easy anti-cheat. I disabled the limit to the Nvidia driver shader cache. And I locked the frame rate to 60 manually with Reva tuner. And what else did I do? And I tweaked the settings a little bit. You can see everything in the description and in this video. But it's not stutter free. Let's be clear on that one. I wish it was, but it's not. Oh my god. I'm not getting past this one. It would be nice to be able to use the horse. Okay, that stuns him a little bit. That's good. Let's just spam the same attack over and over until he dies. There we go. Try again. Viect. Try again. No, you don't. Surprise attack. Try again. Oh, so close. Okay, effects show up, we're fine. Try again. Ahaha. Oh, okay. Yeah, classic strategy. Stay away and poke them every once in a while. It never fails. You just need patience. The hardest part about this strat is being patient. Oh god, that was a good dodge. Nice one. Oh god, it's good. Try again. Oh no, please. I was almost done killing you. No, you don't. Other strategy is spam bow. Yeah, I could. Okay, I killed them. Good. I did it. I did it! And I love that when you kill one of those tougher enemies, you get back some Estus. Well, Estus. Crimson Tears. Press L2 for weapon. Oh, there's weapon skills. Oh, come on. I wish I knew this earlier. There was weapon skills. Yeah, I should take off my armor. I mean, I'm getting hit anyway, so why put armor on? What a waste of time, right? Let's just put... Okay, there we go. That's perfect. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. No secret wall. Any stutters? Yes. Usually when your GPU is maxed out. But as you can see, there is minor stutter right now. I'm going to check something super quick though. Elden Ring. I want to see what people on Steam have to say. In the Steam forums, because I know that a lot of people run into stutter, and I did, but I did some workarounds that I talked about. Let's see. 800,000 people in game. Holy hell. Okay. Startup issues related to easy anti-cheat have been improved. Mouse separation improved. Reduced number of files needed to load when entering a new area. Okay. That's probably why it's a little bit better. Version 1.02.1 should reduce the stutter because there's a reduced number of files needed to load when entering a new area. Makes complete sense, yeah. So apparently they decreased the number of items being loaded at once. As you can see there, a huge stutter. So yeah, I'm guessing that will be a minor improvement because this is clearly an engine limitation. Let's go on horse. Why am I walking around? 1750 Ti, I did it at the very beginning. Check the pinned chat that I showed you. You cannot run the game on a 750 Ti, unfortunately. So as I was saying, clearly an engine limitation. It happened on Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, especially Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 2 runs amazingly well, but Dark Souls 3, each time I traversed to a new area, it was clear that it was loading assets out of the blue. Which, I mean, is fine. There are limitations with the engine, but hopefully, I mean, it was not meant to be a huge open world like this when they made the engine for the first time, I'm guessing. So, yeah. Hopefully for the next one, I know making a new engine is nothing easy at all, and they are used to work with those files, those tools. But they need to change that, because we're locked to 60, we had those streaming, asset streaming being kind of difficult, the stutter when getting into a new area. They need to figure those out. Also, the like Digital Foundry likes to say, the FromSoft stutter. Well, they need a new engine to improve that, or something, I don't know. Fix it, please. It wouldn't be a Souls game without micro stutter when getting into new areas. Alright. But so far so good. I'm impressed. I was expecting a lot worse, to be honest. Although with the tweaks I made, that's probably why I'm getting a good experience. Due to the tweaks I've been making. Could have just named this game Dark Souls 4. Yeah, but, I mean, keep this in mind. If it was called Dark Souls 4, people that didn't play Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3 would say, oh man, why would I start with Dark Souls 4? It's the fourth one. I like when they do new IPs. What the hell? Yeah, no, let's spam kill this guy. Please die. This reminds me of the boss fight, one of the first boss fights in Dark Souls 2. Yeah, this is definitely the giant from Dark Souls 2, that it was very easy to kill just by hitting him in the toes. Demon Souls had a boss like that as well. I'm so bad at fighting on the horse. There we go. Yeah, right now it's smooth because of the tweaks. If I didn't do any tweaks, well, good luck. Yeah, at the start I was getting a lot of stutter, but with the tweaks it's okay now. I killed this one and I'm going to swap GPUs because I did a lot of 1050 Ti. I found the best settings. I'm going to do final thoughts as soon as I can. There we go. Dead! Reduce 2 atoms. Hell yeah. That's how you do it. Although, no, nothing. What happened? Okay, let me fast travel. Oh, I went all the way into the edge. Oh, what is this? Ah, whatever. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go to the first step. Will you put the tweaks in timestamps? Yes, of course. All my live streams have timestamps because I'm not going to make you guys watch 2 hours of me playing a game. Doesn't make sense. You're here for the tweaks. I know it. I mean, that's what I would do personally. I would just go to the timestamps, find the ideal settings, and go for it. Let me level up first. Vigor. Vigor. Sorry, not Vigor. Mind. Yeah, I want more endurance. Oh, that should do. Nice. Okay. So let's talk super quickly about 1050 Ti. So 1050 Ti, if you want 50 to 60 frames with some drops, 720p, settings like this. You can pause the video if you're from the future, not watching this live. Pause the video. These are the settings for 720p. Then you need to do some tweaks. First of all, download drive a tuner statistics server. Hang on, I'm going to mute my phone. Sorry about that. So, frame rate limit 60. So you apply a 60 frames cap with almost perfect frame pacing. Then, Nvidia control panel. Go into manage 3D settings. Put unlimited shader cache. This will help you. The more you play, the less stutter you'll get. VSync on, unless you have a FreeSync display. If you have a FreeSync display, disable VSync. And what else? Oh, and you have to play without easy anti-cheat if you want. Although you won't have any online features, but there's a link in the description to how to disable easy anti-cheat. You won't get banned, it will be fine. Just for now, as a workaround, I recommend that. And if you want to do 1080p 30, you can do so as well. I'm going to put timestamps for that, but it's medium to high settings for 1080p 30 frames, which is good enough for me, in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it for the 1050 Ti. Better than I anticipated, honestly. Still not perfect, stutters when getting to new areas, but you can get to it. Anyway, let's swap graphics cards, shall we? 1650 Super. Is there any setting equivalent to shader cache size on an AMD driver? I do not know. I'm going to find out once I test the 570. But let's swap GPUs. It's been an hour and I did only 2 cards. So here we are, back in the studio. Unfortunately, again, the 750 Ti couldn't make it. The reason why is in the pinned chat. So be on the lookout. So 1050 Ti, great job. 1080p 30 or 720p 50 to 60. Better than I anticipated, honestly. Time for the 1650 Super. If you have a 1060, it will be close to this, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's go. Where's my control? Oh. It's super hot today. Gotta be cold. Okay, here we go. 588. Yeah, 1650 Super should be fine. I mean, if the 1050 Ti could do it, 1650 Super should easily get 60s. Did you have the new Elden Ring update released today? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do. Alright, so we're back. 1650 Super. We're going to do ideal settings again, so I'm going to go straight into the ideal settings, which is a mix between medium and high. So it will be 1080p, mid-high. We want to get 60 frames after all. And a 30 FPS, sorry, a 60 FPS cap Riva Tuner plus VSync in game, because the game forces VSync on you. Too bad, right? Okay, MSI Afterburner. Do you need to update the driver for the shader cache limit option? If you have the latest drivers, the option should be there, so no worries. You should all have that option, the shader cache size. Did you already test Monster Hunter Rise? Yeah, I tested the demo. It runs fantastically well. You can do 4K 60 on a 6050 Super. So yeah. Okay. Elden Ring. So we'll go to 1080p. Yeah, I'm not going to try ReviOS. I mean, this is as close to stock Windows as I can, so it wouldn't be a good reference for you guys. We put it on maximum, then we keep textures on maximum, anti-aliasing on high, SSAO, let's put it on high, yeah. Not the fulfill, personal preference, no motion blur, personal preference, high shadows, if not they look blocky as hell, lighting on high, effects on high, volumetrics on medium, reflections on high, water surface on high, shaders on medium, global illumination on medium, and grass, let's put it on high. I think the card can handle this. So hopefully these are good settings. I call it mid-high, but it's mostly high. Okay. So yeah, version 1.02.1, so the latest version. And let's continue. Is 1063 gigs good enough for this game? Yeah, just lower the texture quality to medium or low. Maybe medium, yeah. Because the game uses more than 3 gigs. Okay. As you can see, a lot of stutter when locking. Okay. So as you can see, a 60 frame per second lock with Riva Tuner. I have a toggle, I have a hotkey for that. I'll unlock the frame rate. And as you can see, when I unlock the frame rate, not sure if you can see, but the frame times, okay, hang on, it's lower, it's loading the shaders. As you can see, when the game loads the shaders, it stutters like crazy. Classic shader cache compilation. But as you can see, the frame time is not completely flat. That's why I recommend the 60 frame cap from Riva Tuner, so I'm going to enable it right now. I said right now, there we go. Hang on, okay. Yeah, I need to lower some stuff, I think. Anyway, so with the 60 frames cap, as you can see, it's 16.6 when I reach 60 frames. So yeah, that's why the unlimited shader cache is recommended. So the next time you load into this area, if the shader cache is full, it won't be deleting itself. So you can actually play the game properly. Let's try horseback. Yeah, as you can see, it's first time the horse shows up, this happens. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's shader cache compilation, which freaking sucks. I hate when games are lazy in that way. Let me lower some stuff. Medium SSAO, medium reflections, low glow illumination, and medium grass. That should do the job. Yeah. But some changes need me to go back to the menu, so let's go back. No sé, Mr. Cadillac. Guys, I don't know how to do that on the AMD cards. I'm going to find out now once I test the 570. We're going to check that out. But as of right now, no idea. We're going to find out. Yeah, clearly this engine, yeah guys, I completely agree. This was not made, this engine, with a big open world that you can look far into the distance in mind. You can clearly see, I mean, let me show you the first area of the game that I did not play with this card. You'll see the stutter when I get into it. Because I never visited this part with, as you can see, first time that effect shows up. When I'm breaking this pot, it's going to happen as well. Because this is the first time I break this pot. And as you can see there, a tiny stutter. Because it's loading the new stuff into the GPU. But now when I break pots, it's fine. So yeah, the classic shader compilation issues. Nothing new. It's been there for a while, and I hate that it's the norm. It's so common to have those issues on the PC. They really need to start fixing that. At least give me, I don't know, a shader compilation like Call of Duty does. Call of Duty gives you, okay, man, we're compiling shaders. After we compile the shaders, you're going to launch the game, okay? We'll compile the shaders for 10 minutes. So this is why you get stutter. Shader compilation and the engine clearly not meant for a game with this big map looking into the distance. Because right now, yeah, it's stuttering, yeah, annoying as heck. Also the GPU is almost maxed out, that's no coincidence. But as you can see, we're still 50 to 60 frames. This is what they need to fix. They need to improve this part. The part about shader compilation. Give us shader compilation before the game starts. So yeah, this is the issue. You might ask yourself, why on the 1050 Ti this wasn't that obvious? Well, that's because I was playing the game for like 50 minutes, so it loaded a lot of shaders. So in the end, the unlimited shader cache that I had on the graphics card set by the driver kept all those shaders saved in my computer, so when I replayed this area it was okay, but the first time it was a complete stutter fest. Again, this happens because shader compilation, engine stuff. We don't have control over this, but we can minimize it by doing the tweaks I've been talking about. It's sad why they didn't release it after 2 months if the game is broken. It's not that the game is broken, this is not a 2-month fix. This is an engine limitation. It's pretty clear that they need to tweak the engine. Because it was clearly not meant for a game with this big of a scope on the map side of things. But in the end, it's still a fantastic game, so I'm so sad to have those issues with the game. It's pretty sad. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm going to ban that stupid bot. F you, bot. So I died because I was banning the bot. Thank you guys for the heads up. Yeah, there's no mods. Yeah, I need to take care of that eventually. Why do 1650 Super after 1050 Ti? Well, because when I swap to AMD, I gotta delete the drivers and reinstall the AMD drivers. So I rather waste as little time as possible installing drivers. That's why. Very simple. I'm going to put armor again because I'm going on horseback. Armor is recommended. Okay. What other items do I have? It doesn't matter. Okay. Lucas, es un programa en el que puedes bloquear los FPS. Hang on, I'm going to put a link to a tutorial on how to cap the frame rate. One sec. How to cap lock the frame rates. Here it is. Okay, this was 1 year ago. So I'll put the link in the chat so you guys can see. That's how you cap your frame rate to whatever you want. I'm going to put it in the description. Lock the FPS with my tuner. And I put the link in the description as well, so you guys know what to do. How to disable the GPU cached on AMD? I don't know yet. Be patient, please. I'm working on it. And thank you so much, Matt Geo, the guy with the coolest name in town, for becoming a member for 4 months straight. You have a new icon next to your name, so thank you, man, for the continued support. So yeah, 4 months. Holy hell, you're amazing, man. Thank you so much. Also, do you guys know if the horse has fall damage? I'm pretty curious about that. Dead. Reduced 2 atoms. It's going to wait until the game be more stable for best first time performance. Yeah, I mean, they need to figure that out because this is unacceptable. Oh, it does. Dang it! Shows revival location. Okay, yes, just in some places it doesn't. Yeah, too late. I read that too late. Dang it. I want to go to the swamp. Yeah, it was a leap of faith, but faith sometimes is not enough. Words to live by. Yeah, touching water for the first time, stutter. Although, looking good. As you can see now that I played a few more minutes on the 1650 Super, after that shader cache is done, you have a more stable experience. Well, when the dragon attacks for the first time with the fire, there will be a big stutter. I can assure you that. Yeah, look at that. The tree was destroyed for the first time, and we got a huge spike. Fire comes. More stutter! Come stutter! Okay, the stutters are very tiny. Although my GPU didn't like that. Yeah, the GPU doesn't like that effect, although we're still over 50, which in my opinion is fine. I usually play games 50 to 60 frames because I do not notice much of a difference. And I'm the guy that is testing frame rates every 10 minutes, every day. So yeah, minor drops, nothing major. So yeah, we're in a place with reflections, fire reflects off the ground, we're running around, effects on screen. So yeah, this shouldn't be common performance. It should mostly be okay. Let's go for the feet. Not the feet. The feet. I don't think I'm going to get him killed anytime soon. Yeah, drops into the 40s there. Maybe I have to lower effects a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, imagine if the game had the Nubo. Yeah, it would be a stutter party instead of a stutter fest. Let's try with the... Can you play the game with 750 Ti? Unfortunately not. I tried it at the beginning of the live stream and the game didn't launch, so yeah, 750 Ti, not enough. Let's go straight for the face. Oh, okay. I'm not tall enough for that. I can not a single hit. Yeah, it's performing far better than Bloodborne on PS4, but Bloodborne on PS4 is absolute garbage. So you know how it is. It's not hard to improve on garbage. I'm not saying Bloodborne is a bad game. I'm saying the performance of PS4 is dreadful. When I had a PS4, I played Bloodborne, and man, I was so taken. I mean, long loading times each time I died. And the worst offender, a lot of shimmering everywhere, and drops into the 20s. Heck no. I'm waiting for the PC version. Okay, I died, finally. Yeah, we need to lower effects. Otherwise it's fine. Yeah, the camera angle is bad because I was locked into the character. So maybe without lock-in was better. CPU's in the description. Oh, I'm back here. Wait a minute. I respawned right next to the boss. That's awesome. That was my biggest issue with Souls games. That's a nice improvement. Okay, I lowered the effect quality. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Let's give it another shot. But it's so nice that I can spawn next to the boss, so I don't have to backtrack for 5 minutes. Well, in this case, 2 minutes. Okay. to use the sword. Yeah, the dragon wants a rematch. I do too. Okay, I can hit him in the face now. I'm learning. Okay, I think lowering effects was a good idea. Let's see once fire shows up. Okay, a tiny bit better. Instead of dropping into the mid 40s, we're in the low 50s. So, well done. Go, go, go. Oh, really? Now he has minions. Oh, bad hit. Where is it? Oh, he killed the horse. Dang it! There's someone still by consuming one chart? No. Frick no. I'm poking his feet. There we go. Yeah, but as you can see, I died, as you can see. So, yeah, definitely I would play the game like this. If this was my only GPU, I'll definitely play it like this. This is fine. Stutters, yeah. Shader cache compilation stutter, I hate it. I freaking hate it. So that's something that the developers have to fix. 1080p. Advanced settings like this. These are my best settings, quote unquote. I think the game looks good. With this, you don't lose a lot of visual quality over the highest. You lose a little bit of volumetrics and the global illumination, but that should be okay. You can put it on medium. But yeah, do this. Lock it to 60 with Reva Tuner. If you have a FreeSync display, disable VSync from the drivers. A limited shader cache on the drivers as well. It was all explained before. And let's do 1440p. Let's try a 30 frames configuration. Although before that, let's try maximum settings on 1080p, just as a scientific purpose. After this, we're doing the 570. Don't worry, guys. We're getting there. Just give me 1 minute. Then I gotta go back to the menu to apply some settings. So let's try max settings just to be a scientist for a little bit. So 1080p Ultra. La 1070 acá sería como una 1650 Super. Sí, más o menos, un poco más arriba. Okay. So on the highest settings, as you can see, between the highest settings and the settings I was using, the optimized settings, I lose 13 FPS. That's about it. So there's not a lot of room when lowering settings. That's why I do not use the lowest settings. It doesn't make sense. I mean, there's a very tiny performance improvement there. But as you can see, when the GPU is maxed out, the frame times are way worse. That's why I recommend this 60 frames lock. But you can do maximum settings just fine. At least Sekiro had keyboard prompts. You can put keyboard prompts on this one. That's not an issue. There's an option in the menu to put keyboard prompts on screen. But as you can see, the frame times are way worse when your GPU is maxed out, of course, obvious. And what else? And well, the game in general, if you're not having lock 60s or lock 30s, you're going to have more noticeable stutter. Will 35 FPS look good? Yeah, it should be okay, as long as it's locked. That's all you need. I mean, if I look into 30 with Reva Tuner right now, like this. There we go. Okay, this is looking bad though. It's looking like slow motion. Not sure what happened here. Never mind. So as I was saying, is the difference with the optimized settings to the highest. Instead of getting 50 to 60, you're getting 40 to 50. It drops into the 30s sometimes. Look at this, when effects show up, you drop into the 30s. Yeah, no, don't bother with ultra settings. Why is there no FSR in this game? I don't know why, but it was a bad decision, definitely. Do not have that. So yeah, in this case, just play with the optimized settings. Personal preference, of course. 1440p, here we go. So now we're doing a 30 frames configuration. Because 60 is doable, we lock it to 30 later. Yeah. And we're going to do high settings instead of maximum. Maximum seems to be a waste of time, honestly. Let's put it on high with maximum textures. And no motion blur and no depth of field. Thank you very much. So high settings at 1440p. But I need to go back to the main menu, so allow me a moment. I played this with keyboard and mouse, Gods and Dude, it's the most perfect experience versus Dark Souls. Yeah, I mean, there's keyboard prompts, guys. What the hell? I mean, again, you can go... There's even mouse control in the menus. For a From Software game, that's big. So you just go down here in Sound on Display and you'll find Device for On-Screen Prompts, Gamepad, or keyboard and mouse. That's it. That's all you need to do. It's not automatic, I know. That's a shame. But still. That's a good improvement. Quality of life improvement. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, 1440p. High settings with maximum textures, no depth of field or motion blur, as usual. And again, as you can see, we're getting 40s, and you might say, oh, nice, we can play at 40 frames. No, 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 no. You're going to need some room to spare to avoid those stutters. So again, with Reva Tuner, we're going to do a 30 frames per second cap. So that gives us some GPU power to spare for those big drops. And that should give us lock 30s without screen tearing. So we lock into 30 with Reva Tuner. I have a hotkey, that's why you can see it instantly. And after playing at 60, 30 feels like absolute garbage. But that's fine. And as you can see, if you play like this, it's completely fine. Although I can see some inconsistency with the movement, not sure what's up with that. So yeah, you can do 1440p on a 1650 Super if you want the resolution over frame rates. But honestly, in this case, I'd rather play at 1080p with 60 frames per second. Thank you very much. Feels significantly better. After seeing this game at 60, 30 doesn't feel good at all. Come on, fire. But it doesn't feel consistent at 30. Despite the number saying 33.3 milliseconds, it feels inconsistent still. Let's see, fire! 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 There we go. As you can see, even with fire on screen, it's still at 30 frames. I'm going to let him attack me with the fire, so we can see how the GPU responds to that. So I'm not fighting seriously, as you can see. Wouldn't recommend this game at lower than 45. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, even with the fire is close to the camera, we're okay. Nice. Come on, fire on me. Yep, still 30 GPU power to spare. Good stuff. 30 frames. If you want 30 frames, that's how you do it. Let's do some more traversing. Uncap bro? No. Frick you. Uncap your mama. I already uncapped and it wasn't a good experience. Screw the 3 Sentinel. For the people asking, this happens when you uncap the frame rate. Look. Wow, I got more than 30, but look at that frame time spike. Whoa, those frame times are wonderful. I mean, why no cap? I mean, you gotta cap your game. You're not a PC gamer if you don't unlock the frame rates. No, but I like consistency, so keep it at 30 if you're doing this. Do yourself a favor. Don't be an idiot, please. Copy your mama has to be a meme. Yeah, definitely. A meme in the making. I mean, I'd rather have stability. Of course, personal preference. If you'd rather have unstable frame times, that's on you. Okay, let's do the big jump. Was comedy gold. No, it was just a lame attempt. But I'm glad that it worked out properly. Whoa, let's fly. And as you can see, I got into a new area, frame time spikes that people were talking about, shader cache compilation. Let's see once lightning strikes close to us. Mr. Giant over there, minding his own business, but not for long. Oh, he's pretty strong. Never mind. Sorry. Don't mind me. And we do low 60. You can do 60 on 1080p. Lowering the settings in this case doesn't give us 60, unfortunately. In this case, lowering the settings doesn't matter much. It's mostly about resolution, which was a similar experience to Dark Souls 3 in that regard. Lowering settings helped a little bit, but not much. So yeah, doing it like this I think is the best way. And just for... okay, hello doggies. I gotta get off the horse for this one. Freak you. Anybody else? Oh, hello there. Okay, that was a bad idea. Sorry, I disrespected the doggies. Freak, dang it. Let me try the special attack. I never tried that. Come on. I'm terrible at this. Okay. Got through. Oof, that was a close call. Which is the minimum CPU you need for this? 4 cores, 4 threads, I would say. And thank you so much, Bastian, for the 100 Argentinian pesos donation. I'm going to read it in Spanish and then translate it, so wait a second, guys. Santiago, por lo que vi la 1660 Super en 1080 medio alto corre casi consistente a 60 FPS. ¿Vos crees que con una 1660 Ti, que es levemente superior, vale la pena comprarlo para jugarlo en medio? Mira, yo usaría los ajustes recomendados de la 1650 Super. Capaz que en alto lo jugaría. Y lo bloquearía a 60 con Rivatuner. Eso es lo que yo haría en tu caso. Pero lo jugaría en alto, no en medio. Debería darte más que suficiente la GPU. So, gracias por la donación, se agradece un montón. So, as I was saying, the donation, he says that he saw that a 1660 Super in 1080p medium high runs at 60 frames consistently, and he was asking me if on a 1660 Ti it was worth buying to play on medium settings. And I told him that if he uses the tweaks I'm showing here, plus high settings, kinda high settings, locked to 60 1080p should be okay. But you can also do medium 1440p very close to 60 with a 1660 Ti, so no worries. Anyway, whoa, that stutter. As you can see, that's the issue. There's so much random stutter happening, and since this is a game where you traverse areas over and over and over again, that's why you need the unlimited GPU cache size in the video control panel. That's why people playing hours upon hours of the game are still getting stutters. because after some time the GPU driver cache that is set by default runs out of memory and it deletes, whoa, a huge freeze there again. So as I was saying, the shader cache gets maxed out and the GPU will just, the driver will say, okay, delete the older stuff, there is full, the shader cache is full. So now we have an option in the video control panel to delete that limitation, so you can put unlimited shader cache, and that should help you in future. As the more you play, the less stutter you'll have. But as you could see there, just running around with the horse around this castle had a lot of spikes. That's unacceptable. Do you know how to fix this? You just, well, it's not simple, I'm not a developer. You put shader compilation before the game starts, like Call of Duty does in Warzone, in Modern Warfare, like Horizon Zero Dawn does now after the patches. That's all you need. If the developers implemented that properly, we shouldn't be having these issues. Okay, why do I have a light source coming out of this? Is this a secret wall? Okay, I'll pretend I didn't see that. Did you notice that G-Sync is not working when the game is full screen mode? Yeah, to fix that you go into the video control panel, disable V-Sync in the 3D settings, and that should allow you to do full screen just fine. G-Sync should work. That should be the best way, instead of doing borderless full screen. I'll make it easier. Okay, I should be going this way, so I'll go back to my previous, to the gate front. Here it is now with the 570, yeah, almost there. How do you lock it to 60 to 30? Link in the description. Yeah, I have a tutorial on how to do all that. Oh, okay. Surprise, mother fluffer. More stutter! So Bloodborne. So Elden Ring, how much stutter do you have? Yes. Let's go. Let's run. Is this another? Okay. Keep going. Okay, that doesn't sound good for me. Let's just keep going like nothing happened. Gotta follow the pixie dust. Do you finish all the games you test? No, not in a million years. I wouldn't be able to. I don't know how people that review games for a living are able to play all those games from beginning to end. I wouldn't be able to. I'm usually playing games that I had in the back burner. Right now I'm playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition on Xbox Series S before I go to sleep. Great game. I finished the first one. I'm now going through Mass Effect 2. And I gotta say, Mass Effect 2 is way better than the first one, especially on the combat department. Oh, my horse is dead. Let's continue. Yeah, they just play a couple hours? No. I mean, I tried to get into the demanding parts, but I know it's kind of impossible. As you can see here, again, stutter because we're getting into a new area. But in the future, it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, first boss fight. The Fell of Omen. I'm now the Rise of... Yeah, man. Okay, I wasn't ready for this one. And FUD rolling doesn't help either. Not me, bro. Hey, dude. Yeah. Okay, at least I got one hitting. Let's see. So oh, he can fall off. That boss took you 1 hour to beat. No, I'm going to go VOP next time I fight him. Does lock an FPS from Nvidia control panel work too? Yes, but it's not as efficient. Let's leave it at that. Okay, there is some backtracking to the boss. That's fine, although. although I can just run through it with a horse. So yeah, let's do now, let's be an idiot, let's do 4K. Let's see if we can at least do low settings at 4K. I don't think we can, but let's do it. Science, for science, yeah. So we put it on low. We're smart people. Let me see if I can go below low settings. Yes, I can, I think, or no. Let's keep the textures on medium though. Where's the oh, SSIO is disabled. Gotcha. Gotta restart to the main menu though. Good old console experience on PC. Yeah, but at 1440p. So if you want to do 60s, go 1080p and enjoy yourself. $4K low. Yeah, no FSR. I wish every game had FSR. Would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice to have FSR? Wouldn't it be nice? Okay. Okay, 30 frames. What the hell? Okay. Although my VRAM is screaming. Hang on. Let me lower the textures to low. Okay, my VRAM didn't like that. Interesting, so 4K low, although it looks terrible on low, but still. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, the main issue again, stutter. Stutter is the problem, as usual. ¿Qué joystick uso? Estoy usando un joystick de Xbox. Hang on. I'm using the Xbox Series controller. Great grip. You use a cable, a USB-C cable, and you can play on PC right away. Doesn't need any weird tweaks, it just works. Todd Howard 2007, it just works. Okay, let's go back. Here. What GPU you use for playing games? Right now I use a 2060, which is doing the live stream right now. Xbox controller. I know it sounds like Xbox controller, but trust me, I wish I had one of those. My life would be more pleasurable. Do you deploy drivers? No. I try to stay as stock settings as possible, because if not, it's not a realistic benchmark. Most people do not tweak stuff. Okay, let's do the fire test. Through the fire and flames. Hey buddy, I miss you. Can you please throw some fire? Just spit a few fires. I want to see 4K fire for a moment. Would you please? Please? There we go. Thank you so much, man. He's such a nice guy. Stuttering is already a pleasure in Elden Ring. Yeah, truly. Come on, fire! Open fire! Okay, yeah, definitely the fire close to the camera drops us into the upper 20s. But it was to be expected. I mean, this is not a 4K card, but the fact that we can actually do 20 to 30 frames is amazing. So you got the Dark Souls 1 PlayStation 3 experience at 4K. Another bot. Oh god. Bots! Stop it! Garbage bots. Okay, let's get out of the game now. Let me reset the settings, because now I have to delete drivers and do all that nitty-gritty stuff. 1080p high will be on the 570 as well. So to keep the game ready for the 570, there we go, 1080p, put it on high, and let's get out of the game. Excellent. Can you test a 970? Unfortunately, I don't have one. But it should be okay. Just lower those textures. Should be a little bit worse than this. Maybe medium settings, medium to low, should give you 1080p 60. But that's just a wild guess. I don't know for sure. So time to delete drivers to sub to the 570. Display driver installer. There's going to be a Windows sound. It's your computer. It's my computer, not yours. Okay, GPU, clean and shut down. So time to wait. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Elden Ring. No, better said, and today I'm going to... Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today we're going to be stuttering on Elden Ring on the 6050 Super, 570, 1050 Ti, and not running the game on the 750 Ti because DirectX feature level 12_0. Excellent. Yeah, it's cringe. I know, it's absolute cringe, but that's what you're here for. Game performance, some gameplay, okay-ish gameplay, and some cringe in the way. Just like real life. Stutter ring. Which latency mode is better to play games in Nvidia control panel? On, off, or ultra? Try on or ultra, but you shouldn't notice much of a difference, honestly. I didn't. I'm not a pro player. I don't notice that. Good to know I made your day. Okay, time to swap GPUs. 570. So I'm waiting for the PC to shut down. Come on, PC. Shut yourself down. Okay. 1650 Super, great job. 1080p 60, 1440p 30, 4K low, 20 to 30. Time for the 570. Hang on. That place was. There we go. Okay. Hopefully it boots at first try. Sometimes that doesn't happen. How was the 1050 Ti? Was okay. 1080p 30. The big boy 570. Yeah, the GPU that used to be cheap, but now is not cheap anymore. Well, you can say that about any GPU right now. I gave some tips already for Elden Ring. You don't need to do much, honestly. Yeah, run my drivers, please. I want to install. Okay. While we wait, let's speak. I never used it before, but when I apply it to this game, it feels a lot smoother. Thank you again. Well, enjoy, man. I think I'm going to make a video talking about how to get the best settings for Elden Ring. You know what, guys? I'm going to record the video right now on how to tweak the game as best as you can. And I'm going to take that chunk of the live stream and make it a video. So I don't have to do it separately. I can do it live with you guys watching. That would be interesting. That's the modded driver. No, I don't mod drivers. I keep everything as stock as I can. It makes more sense because if not, it's not realistic. Most people do not mod drivers. That's more of an enthusiast thing. So this is not the modded driver. This is the latest optional driver from AMD. Hasta ahora me parece que corre bastante bien, solo los tirones esos de FPS molestan, como en Dark Souls 3 pero peor. So far what I think about performance, someone was asking, well, I'm pretty disappointed on the stuttering side of things. I thought by the 5th game on this engine they would have learned, but apparently not. So performance, I think is fine. What bothers me again, the stutter. If it was only the performance like this and no stutter, all good. But the stutter completely breaks the game for me. Yeah, it sucks. ¿Tenés el easy anti-cheat activado? No, No. Está todo en la descripción. Now you just need the chat on screen to become a default Twitch streamer. I used to put the chat on screen, but it was too much stuff on the screen. And YouTube has the feature of having the live chat once the live stream becomes a video, you have the chat at the side. So why put the chat on the screen? It's redundant. Yeah, the next From Software game needs a new engine. Yeah, definitely. Hay un link en la descripción que te dice cómo hacerlo. Okay, drivers are installed. Not a good time. Hang on 1 minute, be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Family was visiting. I said hi, and I came back to my cave. I'm going to be back with them in a minute, since this is the last GPU today. Okay, drivers are up to date. I'm going to do a couple tweaks here. So, advice on display. This is for my capture card. My capture card requires some specific stuff to work properly, so I just have to put full RGB for the colors to be accurate. Nothing that you guys should be doing. So GPU scaling, I usually enable it. I thought you were going to beat up someone. No, I don't have time for that. Then on graphics, as you can see, here's the how to disable VSync on the AMD panel. You put it on always off. Then let me see if there's any way to... Oh, okay, you can reset your shader cache. Interesting, but you cannot make it unlimited. That's weird. Okay, no worries. So on the AMD side, my advice, instead of disabling the VSync, you can do it right here, enable Radeon Enhanced Sync. It's like the fast sync on the Nvidia control panel, but at least in my opinion, it's good to use. So this should allow you to have no tearing and lock it to 60. It might look a little bit weird, but you guys won't see any tearing. So I would enable this, Enhanced Sync. Then what else? That should be it. Let's launch the game, shall we? Do you think it's possible to run the game smooth with 8 GB of RAM? No, I don't think so. I mean, it barely runs smooth with 16 GB, so good luck. Yeah, in some games, Enhanced Sync is garbage, but in this case, I have hope. What is GPU scaling for? Just for... It's like on the Nvidia card, when you put, instead of scaling on the display to scale on the GPU, look it up on Google. You'll find it very quickly. I don't know how to explain it in scientific terms. There we go. So what I did is I disabled VSync from the game, and I enabled an enhanced sync. Let's see on high how it goes. Remember guys, again, as always, the game launching for the first time is going to be a stutter fest because loading shader cache. So keep that in mind. Here we go. What about 1660 Super? High settings. Whoa, here we go. Stutter fest. First launch. Okay. I'm gonna love stutter. It's my favorite flavor of video games. Shader cache compilation. I'm going to teleport back here. Is the stutter same with 1650 Super on these settings? On every card there's going to be stutter. No exceptions. Since the game is doing shader compilation. Shader compilation is when something happens, that wasn't loaded before on the shader cache, the game will load it as it happens. The engine, better said. So but the first time you do an attack or an effect shows up for the first time, you're going to get a stutter. So for example, I think I never destroyed a pot in the game with this card. So if I go back here and destroy the pot, we're going to have a stutter. Well, with the fire as well. Boom, stutter. But now, when I break pots, we're not going to get stutter again, as you can see. So that's kind of how it works. Very simplified term. Also, there you go. When you hit something for the first time, well, that effect was already done. Let me do some. Oh, I'll use the horse. If I use the horse, that a new effect will show up. Still will happen. There we go. Stutter, because it's the first time the horse does that effect with this card. So in every card, you're going to have this issue. Every single card. So the more you play, the less it will stutter, but that shouldn't be acceptable at all. It's not acceptable. It shouldn't happen. Okay, so we're doing SSAO on medium, not that fulfilled, no motion blur, shadows on high, because if not, they look terrible, lighting on low, effects on low, volumetrics on low, reflections on low, water surface, let's keep it on low as well, because when you move in the water, it can have an impact, shaders on low, level illumination on low, and grass, let's put it on, yeah, medium is the lowest. Let's put it like this, let's see if we can get 60 frames. We gotta restart the checkpoint though, 1 sec. Better bandwidth and cache better the gameplay. I mean, if you can cache shaders faster, yeah, sure, but in this price range, you're not going to do that. The best solution for this, at least in my experience, is that the developer implements a shader compilation before the game starts. So the shader is built before you start playing the game, and then when you play the game, you get no stutter. Okay, as I can see right now, 60 frames on 1080p, not possible. So, not possible to do 1080p 60 on the 570. So in this case, on the 570, my advice would be use higher settings. In this case, I would use the maximum. I'll lock it to 30 frames per second. That would be my advice for this one, because 60s on 1080p is not possible. Lowering the settings to the lowest, trust me, doesn't change much at all. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, also, yeah, it's also using one core. I mean, it uses the other cores a little bit, but it's using one core. It's ridiculous. I love when games use only one core. I love when things are efficient. Okay, so as you can see in the maximum settings, I'm getting 30 frames per second. So again, advice. First of all, turn off motion blur, do yourself a favor. So you decide to play the game at 30 frames, that's all good. But as you can see, the frame time is not perfect. So what you do is you download Riva Tuner Statistics Server, you lock the game to 30. I have a hotkey for that, there's a tutorial for that in the description. Lock the game to 30 frames. So you get a consistent 33.3 milliseconds with the Riva Tuner. Let me put this Ultra Plus. Fast sync. AMD settings. So for AMD, I recommend fast sync, enhanced sync. So it's 1080p Ultra, 30 frames per second cap with Riva Tuner, enhanced sync from the AMD panel, and you'll get stutter still due to shader compilation, but in general, as you play the game more and more, it should be more stable. Again, shouldn't happen, but this is a workaround as time goes on. At least right now, this is the way to play the game as best as you can. because 60 is not possible on 1080p, but on 900p it should be okay. Is there any delay in log 30s of capable to drive a tuner? Very little, you're not going to notice it. It's way better than locking it with the Nvidia control panel, with the AMD panel, with the in-game V-Sync. Those are terrible frame rate logs. And again, that big stutters that you see, shader compilation, engine doing its job, but not being completely fine, unfortunately. And thank you again, Bastian, for the 50 Argentinian pesos donation. I'm going to read your comment in Spanish, then translate it to English. It says, por ahí esta pregunta es muy técnica, pero cuando el juego ya fue programado en un solo núcleo, ¿hay posibilidad de que use los otros o estamos en el horno? Depende mucho del motor en realidad, depende de qué es lo que haga cada núcleo. Porque hay un núcleo que siempre va a estar haciendo como el heavy lifting. El tema es cómo separas las tareas en varios núcleos. Es complicado, no es fácil. Es algo bastante difícil, tenés que hacerlo desde from the ground up. Hacen mucho eso con el CryEngine, que meten el audio por un core, después tipo la lógica main logic del juego va por el primer núcleo. Entonces es muy difícil pasar de eso a múltiples núcleos. Eso creo que se viene para el next gen. So he was saying the donation, if this was a very technical question, but if there is a chance that the game uses more than one core, if there is a chance to do that, it's very difficult because it's an engine, how the engine was programmed. And I was, as an example, putting CryEngine that they put some things in different cores like sound and other things that the engine has to do for the game to work, but the main core logic, it's hard to divide in multiple cores, so it will be a very difficult job to make it multi-core friendly, especially if they have already an engine completely built up. So yeah, in this case, I mean, I think in the next generation of games, with the new consoles having more cores, we're going to get more games focused on dividing work in more threads, but right now, this is what we got. So yeah. That's what I have to say about it. That's my opinion on it. But the other thing that they need to get right is please do shader compilation before the game starts. I can wait 5 to 10 minutes the first time I launch the game, like on Warzone, if it means no shader compilation stutter. I'm not asking for much, I think. Then like to stutter versus Elden Ring, who wins? Elden Ring. The stutter in Elden Ring is more annoying. It actually can stop the game on its tracks. But as you can see now that I've been playing 2-3 minutes, the game stabilized quite a bit. Now I got a big stutter due to the fire, but as you can see now, fighting the dragon has less stutter because the shader cache has been building itself. So stutters are left less often, but if I go back to the bonfire, I'm going to go right now, and I ride my horse to a new area, it's going to be a stutter fest until that area finishes compiling into the shader cache. So it's absolute garbage. How to do shader compilation? By playing the game. It shouldn't have to be that way. It should have to be before the game starts. They need to implement that, like on Horizon Zero Dawn and again, and Warzone. Oh, wrong button. So let's go into an area we haven't visited with the 570. Let's see the stutter on those areas. Here we go, one stutter. Are you going to test the 580? Unfortunately, I do not own it anymore, so no chance. Expect 10 frames more than this. Something along those lines. But as you can see there, when moving, the stutter, and it's using one core at 80%. The rest of them are like below 30%. So, as you can see, very efficient thread usage. Okay, let's keep going. Sí, Ilius Games. El i5 en 1400F aguanta. Yeah, guys, if you have a 6-core 12-thread CPU, a 4-core 8-thread, I think even 4-core 4-thread CPUs should have a chance. But you need pretty high single-threaded performance, so keep that in mind. Stormgate, as you can see, new area, new spike in the frame time. When I destroy this, it's probably going to stutter. Yep, there we go. Saludos, Hermes. Okay, again, new area, new stutter. So yeah, this will happen throughout your playthrough. No way around it, unfortunately. Mira, Elfo, la verdad, no sé. Los requisitos del sistema, como siempre, nunca son precisos. So guys, you can see now why I do not trust system requirements in general. The game says, oh, you need at least 6 cores and 12 threads. But it's maxing out 1 core and barely using the rest. So, yeah. Do not trust system requirements. The only things I usually trust are VRAM requirements and DX12 feature levels and DX feature level requirements. Those are the ones I trust. Can you launch this in the X11? No, I don't think so. Okay. So now we're going to do 900p. Let's see if we can get 60s right now. The 30 frames configuration, it's there. It's highest settings. Lock it to 30 with Reva Tuner. Enhanced sync. Yeah, it's pretty much like running the game on an emulator. That's the best way to put it, yeah. Good analogy. Okay, let's try 900p. So 900p now. Let's lower SSAO to medium. Battlefield, we don't want it. Shadows on high, lighting on medium, effects on low, volumetrics on low, reflections on low, they look okay. Shaders on low should be fine. Global illumination on medium. And grass on medium. Medium or high, yeah. Let's put it on high for now. And let's go back to the menu, so some of the changes are applied. So this is 1080p. Sorry, 900p, mid-low, mid-high, mid-low. Gotta check it again. Now let's see what happens. Why the 30 FPS cap? Because you cannot get to 60 frames, and if you unlock the frame rate, it stutters even more. So, for consistency's sake. Okay, I need to lower more stuff. Yeah, the lighting, why did I keep lighting on medium? What's wrong with me? Let's go back to the menu once more. Apologies. Mid-low. And we're doing a 60 frames cap this time around. Borderless full screen for Elden Ring. Yeah, I'm going to test that, but I don't think it will make a big difference. I mean, usually when people say those things, I mean, imagine you've been playing the game for an hour and you say, okay, I'm going to put it on borderless full screen. Oh man, it runs a lot better, no stutter on full screen. Yeah, but you played the game for an hour. The shader cache was built. So it's not reality. Okay, that was enough for 60 apparently. Good. So we lock into 60 with Reva Tuner. And let me show you borderless full screen, just for the people wondering. So we have 100% GPU, 60 frames. Oh no, borderless, it will be on 1080p. Yeah, no, I shouldn't be doing borderless, because it will put it on 1080. Apologies for that cough. So, again, let's see if this settings is enough for 50 to 60, so 900p. Maximum textures, high anti-aliasing for the shimmering to be less obvious, medium SSAO, shadows on high so they don't look blocky as hell, all this on low, water surface on high, grass on medium, which is the lowest. So there you go, that should do. Let's see how it goes. Let's get back on the horse. And let's go fight our friendly neighborhood dragon. Arthur Morgan. You're not escaping my watch, Morgan. We're going to get to Tahiti. Okay, yeah. I'm guessing this will be 50 to 60, not lock 60s. But we'll see once fire shows up. Come on, fire. Excuse me, sir. I need your services once more. Can you please throw some fire my way? Spit some fire my way, that said. Oh man, thank you very much. You're so kind. What a kind gentleman. Okay, yeah, when fire is close to the camera, you drop into the 50s. No big deal. This is how we play the game. Let's see. More fire on screen. Let's see. It's fine. Completely playable now. As long as you can wait for the shader compilation to happen while you're playing the game, should be fine. I think the cap game to 40 frames instead of 30 will make a big difference. Yeah, maybe, but why bother right now? Some people do not like 40 frames, I don't know why. So guys, my settings, 900p. All this, like you see here, lock it to 60 with Reva Tuner, link in the description on how to do so. Enhanced sync on the AMD settings. And that's basically it. You're going to get drops into the 50s with many effects on screen. You're going to get stutter the more you as you play the game, because you know this game has shader compilation in real time. That means it's going to stutter no matter what. That's why a lot of people are getting stutters. And well, engine limitations happened on Dark Souls 3 and 1. Well, mostly on Dark Souls 3. So yeah. But sometimes you'll notice slowdown despite the frame rate and the frame times looking consistent in the graph. So not sure what's up with that. Hey, Game XTEE, namaste to you too, man. Thanks for coming here and sticking around. Oh man, I suck. Yeah, horseback fighting, still not used to it. I'm killing everything except what I name into. There we go. With these two atoms. Should I buy this game? I have a GTX 1050 Ti. If you don't mind playing at 30 frames on 1080p or 60 frames at 720p, should be okay. But I would buy the game once they fix this stuttering problem, because it's very noticeable, very annoying. And I mean, if the product is not running properly, why give them money? Doesn't make sense. I mean, the game is amazing, don't get me wrong. But this issue is major. This affects the playability and enjoyment of the game quite a bit. I mean, especially in a game like this when you're moving a lot from one place to another. And thank you so much, Dark Master, for the 15 MYR donation. Thank you so much, man. What a stutter fest this is. What are the best settings for my system? Laptop dual channel, 6700 HQ, GTX 1060, 32 gigs of RAM, and 10500H plus 3060 plus 16 gigs of RAM. So you have two laptops, interesting. Well, for the first laptop, the 1060 one, I would use a mix between medium and high, like the 1050 Ti, but trying to get to 60 frames. If that's not possible, put it on 900p with those same settings. Then, for the other one, for the 3060, it should be easily 60 frames on 1080p with the highest settings. If that's not the case, well, you know what to do. Lower the settings with the recommended ones. As you can see there was a huge drop. That was because, again, shader compilation. That's a huge issue. And that should be fine. So 1080p Ultra, maybe 1440p medium to high on that 3060, and it should be fine. So as I was saying, with the stutter like this, do not buy the game. Wait for them to fix it. We shouldn't need to do tweaks. The game should just work fine. Even higher end, I mean, no matter what computer you have, you're going to run into stuttering problems. It's just how the engine works, unfortunately. And how they chose to do shader compilation, unfortunately. Which many games do this. Sí, por supuesto, usa mucho más que Dark Souls 3. For the people asking, oh, there was a bonfire here, what an idiot. it uses a lot more resources than Dark Souls 3, and it makes sense. It's a way bigger game, but they needed to take that into consideration. I mean, come on.
Forgive me. To see whether and it seems torrent.
Don't worry,
there
waifu.
is but
I understand.
one gathering place.
Where are you from? What is your time where you're right now? It's 1:30 p.m.
Very well,
right
let
now.
my hand-
I have a bad feeling this will be never fixed. Probably. You know how Japanese PC ports are. But you never know. This is a high-profile game. Okay, what happened there? Oh, Arthur Morgan, sorry man. Banhammer for you. See you in the next life. What am I doing here? Okay, this gives me Bloodborne flashbacks and Demon Souls flashbacks.
Your new face, no matter. Lay out your arm.
Oh, okay. This is the hub area. Interesting. Oh, perfect. Just what I needed.
Greetings, great. I am circumstance great champion. Perhaps you might doing so. And you? Do you
Yeah, I have a lot of
know
bigger.
where I come from?
Yeah, sure. Hold me. Like the lady in Dark Souls 3 says, touch the darkness inside me.
You are.
I'm very warm, yeah. They tell me that a lot.
Light up inside you, though it is but a come back to me. I will take you in.
Resident Evil 8 reference? Maybe. As you can see, indoors is okay. The thing is, outdoors. Oh, you have cosmetics. Base template. Detailed appearance. So you can change your appearance. Cool. Uh, 1660 super, 6700 is normal. Yeah, lower the settings a bit. Okay. So how do I go back? I need to go back to the open world, please. Hello there.
Welcome to the I teach and explore the sea so that one day and
Yeah.
way.
I see it.
You, most tiny, you are well. May the
I don't know
gold-
what this is. That's fine.
Ah,
Can you please take me back to the open world?
One other way. She's my servant. Take your eyes off if you find her.
Probably this way. Oh no. You can fast travel out. Oh, thank God. Thank you. I'm doing good, man. Thanks, Control Destro. How about you? By the way, Steam Deck reviews are out. Are you getting it? I don't think so. In Uruguay, it's probably not coming for a while. So, let's go through the settings again. 900p. These settings, lock it to 60 with Riva Tuner. Enhanced sync on the AMD settings or just VSync from the in-game option. It's not an option actually, but yeah, you can use that. And that should give you a good experience. Although you're still going to get stutter, so that's too bad, I guess. Let's do, what else am I missing? Let's do 1440p. Let's see if we can get 30 frames on that one, if you want more pixels. And let's crank it up to something a little bit higher, medium to high. I think it should be capable, but I gotta go back to the menu. Just finished my lunch and saw that you're on. Love the videos, keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Es que en un futuro se puede usar FSR en este juego, sí, probablemente. Igual lo podés forzar. Hay programas para eso, pero no es perfecto. Okay, one more time. Let's go back in. Yeah, FSR and DLSS will be a great fit for this game. No doubt about it. Okay, so now this is 1440p. Mid-high. And a 30 frames per second cap. We're doing that. Yeah. We're doing the console experience. So, again, I do not recommend unlock frame rates on this one, especially if your GPU is maxed out. So my advice, again, as you'll find out, if you look into 30, in this case, should be okay. There we go. So do it like this. You should be fine. So if you want more pixels, you can definitely do it at 1440p. Just lock it to 30. And you're good to go. I'm playing good game with 1650 all on low. Yeah, you can. Come on, fire dude. I'm waiting for you to attack. So yeah, this is a 1080p ultra settings, 30 frames per second card. Really? That already? Or a 1440p medium to high settings 30 frames card, or a 900p medium to low settings 60 frames card. Yeah, even close to the camera effects, still fine. So yeah, you can actually tweak it to absolute perfection. Okay. Okay, I go a little bit longer and I'll do the tutorial now on how to make it work properly. So, we go to the last grace, we move around a little bit more, and we're good. Give me 1 sec, because it's already been 2.5 hours. It's too much. But I think we learned a lot about the game in those 2.5 hours. I think it was a good use of our time, definitely. But as you can see, 1440p is completely doable at 30 frames per second. So yeah, it's alright. Anyway, I'm doing 4K super quick because you guys want to see me wreck the GPU. Understandable, completely understandable. The headset I'm using is in the description. It's a Sony something headset. 4K live. Invisible horse! Oh man, that was awesome! Invisible horse! Oh man, I love when games have those kind of bugs when changing settings. ¿Cómo lo capaste a 30? Link en la descripción para el tutorial. Invisible horse! Hello my baby, hello my honey. Yeah, no, this has to be the best bug so far. Oh, it showed up again. Oh, it's invisible again. Yay! I love this. This is awesome. That was pretty funny. Anyway. Okay. Let's go back to 1080p because I gotta show you guys something. I got a DLC for the ghost horse. Allow me a moment. Spaceball reference. Yeah, I was recompiling the textures for 4K. Yeah. Let's put it on. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. All right. So let's do a tweaking guide for this game. let's go. Were you riding on John Cena? Yeah, exactly. Because I couldn't see him. Give me 1 sec, I gotta delete the drivers and go back to Nvidia. There'll be some noise. It's my computer, not your computer. GPU, AMD. Also guys, for future reference, what was I talking about? When you delete the drivers or install new ones, your shader cache will be deleted, so keep that in mind. That will make the game stutter again, so does looking at 30 helps with the stutters? Yes, but there will still be frame time stutters due to shader compilation and engine shenanigans. So there's no way around it, unfortunately. We're going to put the 1650 Super and make the guide. No, let's do the 1050 Ti. Makes more sense, I think. No, the 750 Ti doesn't work. Go to the beginning of the live stream and you'll find it. What about 1080p Ultra? You can do 30 frames. Over 30. Which is not bad, but the stutters is what kills the experience. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is install the 1050 Ti with, the 1050 Ti, install the Nvidia drivers, do the tutorial on how to make the game work properly, and and then I'll finish the live stream. I'll cut the live stream so I can do that tutorial. Will be interesting. Never did a tutorial in real time, so let's get that out of the way. Okay, the PC is off. So time to try a tutorial in real time. Hopefully it's funny. And then I'll upload it as a separate video. ¿Hablas español? Yo no hablar español, señor Daniel Díaz. Would you suggest locking the frames then? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. No, Hermes. Está todo bien con el juego en AMD. Podría ser peor. Como Halo, nada peor. I guess we'll have to wait for the mod for this one, like DS Fix, like Dark Souls, Prepare to Die Edition. No, that was a completely different beast. That game, no matter your resolution, was locked to 30 and locked to 720p. It was the worst one. Yeah. For this one, we need a shader compilation mod or something. That would be interesting. And allow me a minute. It's not giving me any image. Sometimes the GPUs are not properly mounted because I do it in speedrun fashions. Tengo un Core i3 9100F, 1650 Super, no me corre bien el juego. O sea, el procesador, si tenés la RAM en Dual Channel, no deberías tener problema. Así que ahí no sabría decirte, pero el procesador debería ser algo bastante importante, sí. Is your RX 570 GB? No. No. 4 GB. So I'm installing drivers, guys. One moment. Won't take long. Working on it. ¿Cómo cambian las gráficas en el PC? Apagas la PC, sacas la gráfica, pones la otra, instalas los drivers. Easy peasy. So, we're installing the drivers. Sorry for how long this is taking. Sí, tengo que tomar agua de los dioses. Yeah, I gotta drink water from the gods. As of right now. Should be fun. Should be fun. Need Webcam BKD3D Proton? Sure, why not? Let's all be friends. Why can't we be friends? I'm so tired. Okay. So it's time to do the tutorial. Wish me luck, guys. I'm going to do it with you guys watching. This will be so awkward. Here we go. I'm going to divide it in multiple steps. So let me think. What are my bullet points for this? So things to do for this to work. So first, no anti-cheat. Then, what else? Then we do Nvidia control panel. Then, lock, rival tuner. Then, game settings. So this will be my step-by-step guide. How to disable the anti-cheat, Nvidia control panel configuration, lock rival tuner, game settings, and in the end I'm going to do an explanation. And that should do. That should be a good tutorial. Should be less than 5 minutes. Okay, we're here for emotional support. How much you rate your English out of 10? 8 out of 10. It can improve, as everything else. So, let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be doing a guide on how to tweak Elden Ring to run kinda properly while we don't have a patch. We're on patch 1.02.1, I think. So first of all, go into Elden Ring's main folder, which is, depending on what you installed it on Steam, should be Steam Apps, Common, Elden Ring Game. Then, once you are here, you will see Start Protected Game and Elden Ring. Well, this is the anti-cheat software. What you gotta do, pretty simple. First, duplicate the Elden Ring executable. So to do that, just copy and paste. You have a copy. Then in Start Protected Game, just copy the name and then change the name of this file. Let's call it No Please. And then in your copied Elden Ring, keep it as a backup. No, never mind. Just paste Start Protected Game. So now your Elden Ring executable that you duplicated is called Start Protected Game. You now need to start the game from this. So it should open Steam, launch the game, and you won't have online components, but the anti-cheat will be disabled. That's how you do it. Just click here, and it will start without anti-cheat, but you won't be able to play the game online. At least as a workaround, that's the first thing. Okay, there's the first part done. Let me stop the recording for a moment. Okay. Excellent. So, now, second thing that you should do, either your Nvidia control panel or AMD panel. I'm going to focus more on the Nvidia panel right now, but on AMD there are a couple extra tweaks that I'm going to mention right now. You go to your Nvidia control panel, manage 3D settings, and then in the global settings, there's 2 or 3 things that we gotta talk about. Power management mode. I don't know if this actually does something, but I'll always put it on maximum performance. Then, this is the important one, shader cache size, put it on unlimited. I'm going to explain this at the end of the video, but this is important. Then, on vertical sync, this game has forced VSync and is capped to 60. If you have a FreeSync display, make sure to put it off. And if you don't have one, keep it as default. And if you don't want VSync for some reason, put it on off. But if you have a FreeSync display or G-Sync, put it on off. That's my advice. Then, that's it for the Nvidia control panel. On the AMD panel, you can do the same thing. So I recommend you either turn it off or put it on enhanced sync. So you apply the settings. And it's done. Then, what else? Okay, Reva Tuner. So there's another tweak that you should do, at least in my opinion, that is installing Reva Tuner Statistics Server. I have it installed with my MSI Afterburner. It's built in. It comes bundled in. So you just, once you open the program, at the bottom right corner of the screen, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. More. You'll find it, just click on it, and it will open the software. And here you have lots of options. Let's not worry about this for now. Just go to frame rate limit and put it either at 60 or 30, depending on your frame rate target. This all depends on what frame rates you're targeting. So that's how you do it, pretty simple. But the program needs to be running in the background. Then, well, it's time for the game settings, so let's launch the game. So now we're launching the game. Remember, it's now Start Protected Game that we did earlier, so we launch it. This is going to be all skipped out once I'm doing the editing for the tutorial, but so far we're 4 minutes in, so it's probably going to be less than 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's load my file. No worries, guys. I'm going to finish this. Let's teleport to the appropriate area. Okay, so now we are into the game, as you can see, in the open world, the most problematic part. And I have a 1050 Ti, so this is more of a general advice on the options menu. So full screen, 1080p. Since we disabled VSync, you shouldn't have any G-Sync issues or FreeSync issues, should be still using those. So on the advanced settings, textures on maximum appears to be okay for 4GB cards. And we're doing this. Anti-aliasing on high to avoid shimmering, SSAO medium, depth of field off, motion blur off, shadows on high, below high it breaks shadows, lighting, low or medium, I'm going to keep it on medium, effects, usually low is recommended because when there's a lot of fire close to the camera, good luck, volumetrics, medium or low, let's put it on medium, reflections, high, should be okay, water surface on high, it should show you some movement when you're running over it. Shaders on medium or low, this should give you a nice small boost. And then global illumination, I recommend low, but you can put it on medium if you want. Then grass, medium or high. You have pop in, but high should be fine. So this should be best settings depending on your graphics card. At least for me, it worked pretty well. I'm going to lower the global illumination and the shaders for the 1050 Ti just to have a few extra frames. And after this, the game will tell you, hey, go back to the main menu. So we're going back to the main menu and come back to the game. So quit game, yes. Yeah, you go back through all this. Continue. And okay, once you get the game settings out of the way, as you can see, I'm getting 33 frames per second. Well, in this case, my advice is lock it to 30 with Riva Tuner, which I showed you at the beginning how to do. So you make sure it's locked to 30 like that. And as you can see, the frame time is now a flat, nice 33.3 milliseconds. Let me unlock the frame rate again. So as you can see, the frame times are not consistent. But if I lock it to 30, is locked 33.3 milliseconds. Again, if you have a higher end GPU and you're going for 60 frames, if your GPU can do 60, lock it to 60. Should be a flat 16.6 milliseconds. But there's a big issue with this game, which is, again, the stuttering that you're not seeing right now. You might be wondering, why the hell does he has no stutter whatsoever? Well, I had a tiny stutter there. Well, this is because I've been playing the game for around 2 or 3 hours already. And the game does have shader compilation stutter. That means that when a new effect shows up and is compiled to your shader cache in your graphics card, it's going to make the game stutter like on emulators. And as time goes on, you should have less and less stutter. I've been through this area like 7 times already, so that's why my stutter is almost minimum. But the first time you go through this, it's going to be a stutter fest, so keep that in mind. They need to fix that up. But this makes it sure that you have the least amount of stutter as possible. So that should be the tutorial. Again, the unlimited shader cache we selected on the Nvidia control panel is that when in the future your shader cache is almost full, you're going to have less stutter once you play the game over and over. But as of right now, I do not recommend you get the game. Wait for the patches, maybe shader compilation done before the game starts, instead of while you play the game. But if you already have the game, this should give you the best experience. Again, if you have a more powerful GPU and you want to do 60, do the same thing, but lock it to 60 instead of 30. And that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial, this quick tutorial on how to tweak the game on this early version. And I'll see ya next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Love you all. And that's it. I did my tutorial there. Hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial in real time. I'm going to upload it as a separate video now. So that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did playing the game. I'm loving this game. The only thing I hate is the stutter. Otherwise, now that I played a few hours, it should be more consistent. But again, we shouldn't need to do this. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see ya next time. Hopefully, once the game is fixed, they're a big stutter. Once the game is fixed, I do another live stream checking it out. So thank you guys. Bye bye. Love you all. And AMD cards don't seem to have that shader compilation size issue, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah, they still stutter though, so whatever, right? Thank you guys. Bye bye. Love you all. Thank you.